You said week 5, a lot of penalties, a lot of turnovers. I mean, how disappointed were you with some of those mental mistakes?
You know, I'm not going to defend penalties ever, but penalties they happen in this game sometimes, and sometimes they happen because you're playing hard, and sometimes they don't. We had some penalties that definitely, obviously, did hurt us, but the reality of the situation is, we had to shake off a little rust after not playing a football game for 2 weeks too. So I'm not happy about the penalties, but we haven't been that type of a football team, and I don't expect us to be either.
Coach, did you figure a few things out with their passing attack in the second half?
Well, we were forced to play simple and we made a couple of adjustments, but we were forced to play simple because we didn't have the personnel to play complicated. And we had some good coverage stuff against them that we couldn't play. So we had to play our base stuff, and they did a good job of doing some things to those base coverages that they wouldn't have been able to do to some other coverages that we had ready, but because of injury, we weren't able to play them. So they did a tremendous job, and I got to give them a lot of credit for what they did on the offensive side of the ball.
Minus what happened in the secondary, you got some players back from injury. How did it feel to be healthy?
No, I mean, Gavin Cooper plays 6 plays and has 2 sacks. You guys tell me how valuable he is. The guy's valuable. He's a great football player, and it's great to have him back. I mean, how many plays we're going to get out of him next week remains to be seen, but he's an outstanding football player. So we have to look at the injuries we did have. Nico Molina was able to give us some downs today, so that helped out. Obviously, Deontay probably had some troubles with that one pitch, but did a great job of scoring a touchdown for us. And I think overall our offensive line stayed fairly healthy.
Coach, relieved, I guess, would that be a word to get out of here with a win tonight?
Well, I mean, obviously I feel good about considering where we were at halftime to where we are now. I'm pretty pleased that we came out and responded to what we talked about at halftime, and that wasn't Mustang football in the first half, and I was extremely disappointed with how we played, and again, giving credit to the opponent. I think they need to be respected for how they played, but we played poorly, and in the second half we played much better. We played a lot more emotion, much more spirited, and I really thought we really showed the kind of football team we could be if we put it all together.
You got a big game from Rodgers. How does it feel to get another?
Well, he promised me. He promised me he was going to get 200. So he fell short of his promise. So I'll have to talk to him. But he's always going to be a big part of who we are offensively. And it's great to get both those guys involved, Deontay and Mark, because they're both dangerous and they're different. So I think they did a great job of playing football. But hopefully they'll be the first guys that are going to say the offensive line did some good things, and Coach Cook did some good things on the offensive side of the ball as well.
South Dakota, Southern Utah went down today.
They lost again?
Yeah, they lost again.
Great.
What do you think about this?
Well, the conference is going to, if we can't, against any of these teams, if we go out and play like we played in the first half, we're going to cause ourselves some serious problems in the Great West. Great West, it might be teamed in top to bottom the best conference in the United States. There's 5 teams, and all 5 of us can beat each other. There's not a conference out there. You can take the Colonial League, you can take the Big Sky. All of them have wins within the conference. We have none. You better be ready to play each week. I'm glad we have it at home. Hopefully we're hungry to win a Great West championship, and it starts next week.